It is obvious to anyone paying attention that life requires a creator. Like I just said in my previous post, study proteins, study protein folding, study ribosomes, study chaperonins, study ATP synthase, because chaperonins need ATP to do their job. If you study these things, you understand that proteins need these great complex groups of proteins in order to come about. So it's obvious that life requires a creator. So the question is, why don't you want to admit that? Now Jesus said, he said that people love darkness more than light, that he is the light of the world. And so is it that case with this situation, that you don't want to admit the truth that life requires a creator? Jesus went on to say it's because people want to hide their wickedness, right? Is that it? Is that you don't want to be accountable to a deity? Is that it? You don't want to you don't want to have to submit to a deity? Man, please rethink that. I mean, we're talking about, you guys make fun of Christians and you say magic sky daddy, and I actually like that term. I think it's pretty fun because God is, if he's omniscient or he's omnipresent, he's in the sky. And, magic is just, I think that's a great way to explain how a hyperdimensional being would interact in a lower dimensional realm. So I like to call him my hyperdimensional daddy. You can have a hyperdimensional daddy. You can have this being who's on your side. He loves you. He's for you. Yeah, he's got rules, but that's to protect you. It's good for you. I'm enjoying those rules. The sexual rules where I'm with one woman and we've had kids and there's just so much enjoyment, relational enjoyment inside the protection of his rules, where I get to enjoy my wife and our kids together instead of listening to my sexual desires and go sleeping with as many people as possible. It is fun. And let me tell you what, you don't want to die without a hyperdimensional daddy. And hell is just you being an eternal orphan. Jesus described hell as a place of eternal anger and depression. You will be eternally angry at yourself and eternally depressed if you continue to reject having a hyperdimensional daddy. Jesus came so that you would enjoy his Father with him. Jesus is God. Now, I know it's hard to understand the Trinity. Again, study hyperdimensions, and it makes sense. But I want you to really rethink this thing, that you're rejecting what is proven by the fact that functional proteins need functional proteins to come into existence. It is proven that could only come about by a creator. And I believe Jesus is that creator. I can't prove that to you. You've got to read his words for yourself and see if he speaks to you. But the goal of Jesus is to reconnect you to his Father so that you can have a hyperdimensional daddy. You want a hyperdimensional daddy. You do not want to die without a hyperdimensional daddy. All right? So please rethink this. Please study proteins, protein folding, ribosomes, chaperonins, and ATP synthase. Please read the New Testament for yourself. Start with the Gospel of John and see if Jesus doesn't make sense. Watch my video, Offended by Jesus. Watch my other videos. I just want you to have a hyperdimensional daddy too. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be a spiritual orphan. I care about you. God cares about you, so much so that he sent Jesus Christ to die for you, so that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life. You'll have an eternal relationship with a hyperdimensional God that loves you.